Hello everybody. Well, since the sad news of dear Robin Williams passing, supposed suicide, yesterday, I thought I'd like to do a video about him, share with you his astrology chart, his gifts, his talents, his depression, his sadnesses, and let's see if we can take it apart and look at the man as a whole and why he took his life so suddenly. First of all, let's start out with the fact that he's Scorpio rising. He's a 12-degree Scorpio ascendant, and we've got the moon in Pisces and we've got the sun in Cancer. So he's a triple water sign, extremely sensitive. And of course the moon in Pisces is able to put on an act, able to fool anybody. No matter what they're feeling, they can just, there's a chameleon in there that can suddenly just act out something completely different than what they're feeling. I don't know about you, but I often looked at his face and somehow, sometimes, despite the humour there was a sadness in the eyes, a deep sadness there. And I know that many of us, yes, he will be deeply missed because there was such a heart energy to dear Robin Williams. And the heart energy comes from this Leo right on the midheaven. And he's got Mercury right on the midheaven in Leo. And of course Mercury in Leo is the wordsmith, can charm with the words. And when a planet appears right on the midheaven like that, it's exceptionally strong. So Mercury, he had something to act, to say, to speak to the world. Pluto also in Leo, close to the midheaven, so something powerful to say, something that would be lasting, that would be enduring, and that certainly is the case. Now, what we see as well as part of perhaps the beginning of the troubledness is this opposition here of Venus in Virgo here, opposite this sensitive moon in Pisces. So this could well have been feelings of isolation. He was an only child and he came from quite a well-to-do family, and we certainly see these Jupiter ruling this second house of finance, and we certainly see all his talents here. Look at all these grand trines that he has. There are more aspects, but I just want to show the basics here so that we can identify together with the main aspects in his chart. The most difficult aspects in his chart are these aspects to Neptune. Neptune, which rules drugs, which is also ruler of his moon here, strong moon in the chart, moon in the fourth house home, moon ruling his sun, Cancer. So everything very connected into this moon energy. And with the Neptune here square to this Mars Uranus, so, and also square to Jupiter. So you would see this kind of manic side to him. Mars and Uranus, it's like almost like a craziness energy. And when it's square to Jupiter, Jupiter doesn't quite know when to stop. So it kind of goes one extreme to another extreme. And then maybe taking solace here in drugs or alcohol or something where he could just escape from his emotions, from his feelings, from what was really going on. But these are just the basics of the things that I want to share with you. The great sensitivity, this wonder with words and comedy and the Leo energy, and also this ability, I think many people admired him, this sun in the ninth house. There's a great admiration for this man. I mean, we can see now with all the tributes pouring out to him, but he was certainly extremely troubled with these squares and opposition. Now, what would have triggered this? Because it's important now to look at why such a sudden death, what was really going on at this time. So let's take a look now at the transits and the progressions which will show us what was going on during this time, this last couple of years, and what possibly could have led up to him feeling so desperate that he needed to take his own life. So the first thing to say is that we've got transiting Pluto at 11 degrees of Capricorn here, transiting, exactly opposite, exact opposition to his Uranus Mars in the 8th house. And this could certainly, especially because Pluto is ruler of the Scorpio ascendant, and especially as Saturn not long had come into the first house, indicating possibly some more challenges with his physical health, dealing with physical problems, and that Saturn also affected by we've got the progressed Sun here as well in the last degree of Virgo, also conjunct natal Saturn. So these are all very difficult aspects that he would have been grappling with. On top of that, we had this full moon in Aquarius, exactly opposite this midheaven here, and that happened just at the weekend. This full moon may be highlighting, shining a light on all the things that he felt that he really just couldn't face anymore. We've got the Neptune energy here, transiting Neptune, conjunct the moon here as well. The moon, of course, being ruler of his Cancer Sun, and the emotions and the overwhelming feeling of the emotions, and really finding it very difficult to handle just so much emotion. We also got Uranus aspects, which would indicate a suddenness, something happening sudden, and he's very cardinal. He's got 5 out of the 10 planets in cardinal signs, so he did have an intention to sometimes do things quickly and suddenly. And so cardinal as well, we got Uranus in Aries as well, here sitting on his Jupiter, thereby triggering this whole T-square and possibly creating a sudden decision without much thought, possibly, to take his own life. That's it really. Just wanted to share that with you to show you how the astrology can really illustrate so many things that are going on in the inside of a person. You look first at the natal chart, the intrinsic potentiality, then we look at the transits triggering events and progressions triggering the emotions and the inner state of a person. So I wish Robin Williams' soul safe, sound, happier now probably where he is, and my best and heart wishes to his family and close friends. And my love to you all. Bye for now.